deity had a promotion of the impending cataclysmic event.
What does that mean?
The deity has to be like a group of people. Promotion is getting up to something, right? Do they even say they don't even say promotion? Premonition?
I guess ambiguous. I guess it means dramatic. I don't know.
The mentor chastised his disciples for failing to adhere to the research protocols.
Alright, what does that mean?
I don't know.
High school students struggle to read basic sentences. Teacher reacts. Can teenagers still read? That's a question a lot of people are asking online right now. In today's video, we're reacting to a series of clips where high school students are asked to read and explain simple but advanced English sentences. Let's watch these clips and talk about what's really going on with reading, vocabulary, attention spans, and education today.
Read that in this part.
The deputy had a permutation of the The deputy had a permutation of the impotent and catastrophic event.
What does that mean?
The deputy painted a picture of the catastrophic event before it even happened.
The deity had a premonition of the impending cataclysmic event.
What does that mean?
It was a big event. It was like astronomically bad. That's what it means.
The deity had a promotion of the impending cataclysmic event.
What does that mean?
The deity has to be like a group of people. Promotion is getting up to something, right? Do they even say they don't even say promotion? Premonition? Bro, give me that for card.
The deity had a premonition of the impending cataclysmic event.
Alright, now what does it mean?
It means what it says.
Alright, paraphrase it.
The deity had a premonition of the impending cataclysmic event.
What does that mean?
The deity, right, is obviously some type of angel or whatever. Premonition is a vision. Impending is like pending, I think. Like, so you had a little vision of a great disaster.
Words like deity, premonition, and especially cataclysmic completely throw them off. One student reads promotion instead of premonition, another says deputy, and a few just start guessing randomly at the meaning. But then you have the last student who struggles a little, self-corrects, and actually pieces together the meaning of the sentence. That's what good reading looks like. Not perfection, working through difficult vocabulary and using context clues. A lot of teenagers today just don't read enough longer material anymore. They're exposed to short captions, short videos, simplified text. So when they see more academic vocabulary, they freeze. Let's take a look at some of the comments. Valedictorian. Good job. He did really well. This is the cataclysmic event. Deputy? Promotion? No. WTF are you all doing at school? For real. Guys, I'm starting to think getting into Harvard is easy. The last kid nailed it. Awesome job. Definitely.
Read the index card.
The ambiguous ending was I don't know how I say this shit, honestly, gang. Honestly, bro. I go to Southly High. What do you expect?
The ambitious ending was the epitome of the confusion.
What does that mean?
The big ending. The crazy ending was confusing.
The ambiguous ending was the epitome of confusion.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Bro. Like, are you?
The biggest ending was the epitome of confusion.
What does that mean?
The dramatic ending. I guess ambiguous. I guess it means dramatic. I don't know.
The ambiguous ending was the epitome of confusion.
What does that mean?
I just told you, don't ask me what it means. Like whatever they talking about was it ended in confusion or something. I don't know.
This second clip really shows something teachers notice all the time. Students can sometimes pronounce words, but comprehension is weak. Most of these students could read parts of the sentence, but when asked what it actually meant, the answer became super vague. It was confusing, it was crazy, I don't know. A couple of them just started laughing or swearing because they got uncomfortable. And really, that nervous laughter is probably insecurity. A lot of students know their reading isn't strong, especially when they're put on the spot in public. Also, notice how students keep replacing unfamiliar words with more familiar ones. Ambiguous becomes ambitious. That usually means weak vocabulary exposure. Students recognize the shape of the word, but not the actual meaning. Let's take a look at some of the comments. Comprehension, ambiguous, vague or unclear, or having different meanings. Epitome, embodiment, perfect example. Hello, sound it out. Epitome is literally spelled like the pronunciation. They about to make me forget the actual pronunciation of epitome. Me too. How did ambiguous become ambitious?
Read the index card.
The mentor chastises his disciplines for failing to adhere to the research protocols.
Alright, what does that mean?
I don't know.
The mentor chastised his disciples for failing to adhere to the research protocols.
Alright, what does that mean?
He talked to his students, like his disciples, because they ain't listen to the instructions. Yeah, the protocol, yeah. All right, bro.
The mentor chastised his disciples for failing to adhere to the research protocols.
What does that mean?
That means like they literally failed to listen to the rules, like to the protocols, which is the rules.
The mentor chastised his disciples for failing to adhere to research the protocols.
What does that mean?
I don't even know. I'm not gonna lie. You got your discard back.
The mentor chastised his disciples for failing to adhere to the research protocols.
Alright, what does that mean?
He did something to his,
What's the something?
like he punished them because they didn't, they felt he punished them because they failed to research the protocols right. Like they did it wrong. Like they ain't do it right.
This third clip is probably the hardest sentence overall, especially with the messy handwriting. Words like chastised, disciples, and adhere are not everyday vocabulary for most teenagers. But again, the biggest issue isn't pronunciation, it's explaining the meaning afterward. Some students could partially read the sentence, but then had no idea how to paraphrase it. One student actually got the general idea that the mentor was upset because the students didn't follow rules or instructions. That shows some comprehension skills, even if the wording wasn't perfect. Let's take a look at some of the comments. Yo, what are teachers doing? Study hall right now. We are so doomed. You're questioning the teachers, but I question the parents because this starts at home. How all these students are reading the card. We're not ready for AI. This is something teachers are dealing with more and more. Students struggling to process formal or academic language. Reading stamina is lower, vocabulary is weaker, and many students panic the moment a sentence becomes difficult. So what do you think? Is this proof that students today can't read? Or are these videos a little unfair because the vocabulary is advanced and the students are being pressured on camera? Personally, I think it's a mix of both. Some of these students clearly struggle with reading, fluency, and vocabulary, but I also think this reflects a bigger issue. Students are reading less, avoiding challenging text, and losing confidence with academic language.